Quiet discovery in the hills, my journey in microbiology is deeply connected to Darjeeling Government College, a place that shaped both my scientific curiosity and my resilience. More than a decade ago, around 10 to 11 years back, I was working there as a part time teacher in the Department of Microbiology. The laboratory conditions were far from ideal. Infrastructure was limited, water supply was unreliable, and the room housing the laminar flow system was damp and often filled with fungal growth. Basic facilities like proper waste disposal and functional washrooms were inadequate. Yet, like many scientists working in challenging environments, I carried out a quiet determination to explore the unseen microbial world. At that time, my academic background had introduced me to bioinformatics, but I was deeply drawn toward experimental microbiology. Soil, with its extraordinary microbial diversity, fascinated me. However, isolating microbes from soil was not encouraged in the laboratory because of the potential presence of pathogenic organisms and the lack of appropriate containment facilities. Despite these limitations, my curiosity persisted. During a period when my head of the department was on leave, I carefully and quietly began isolating soil microorganisms. It was a small act of scientific courage driven purely by curiosity and the desire to learn. Through patient work and careful purification, I succeeded in isolating several strains of Streptomyces, a remarkable group of soil bacteria well known for producing antibiotics and other bioactive compounds. Among the isolates, two strains stood out as particularly unique. Further study revealed that they possessed multiple beneficial properties. These organisms demonstrated plant growth promoting rhizobacteria activity, PZPR activities, broad spectrum antimicrobial potential, enzyme production, pigment synthesis, and tolerance to environmental stresses and pesticides. Some traits even suggested nitrogen fixing capabilities and strong adaptability to challenging conditions. Encouraged by these findings, I continued to study these isolates further. Eventually, the work led to scientific publications, and the genetic sequence was submitted to the global database maintained by National Center of Biotechnology Information (NCBI). To ensure long-term preservation and accessibility for further scientific community, the strains were deposited in microbial repositories, including NCMR, Pune, and other international culture collections. For a young researcher working under limited resources, this was an important milestone. Looking back today, I sometimes feel that my lack of experience at the time prevented me from preserving and characterizing the strains as extensively as they deserved. As a beginner, I did not fully appreciate how critical long-term preservation and detailed biochemical profiling could be. With the knowledge I have now, I realize that those strains might have held even more greater scientific potential. Yet that experience taught me something profound. It reminded me of the spirits of early microbiologists, scientists who made discoveries not because they had perfect laboratories, but because they had curiosity, patience, and determination. Even today, when I think about Darjeeling, I feel a deep emotional connection to the place where those quiet discoveries began. I also remember the kindness of colleagues such as Prajwal Chandra Lama, whose support made those challenging days more meaningful. My concern now extends beyond my own research. I often think about students studying in remote regions like Darjeeling. Many of them possess intelligence and curiosity, but lack access to strong educational resources, mentorship, and confidence in English, the language through which most global scientific communication occurs. Without proper guidance, talented students may struggle to express their ideas or compete on an international stage. For this reason, I believe that improving education in remote areas require more than infrastructure. It requires passionate teachers who can inspire confidence, nurture curiosity, and prepare students to face a global scientific world. My story is therefore not only about microbial strains or laboratory work, it is about perseverance, curiosity, and the hope that future students from remote regions will receive the opportunities and mentorship needed to transform their potential into discovery. Because sometimes, even in small laboratory in the hill, unseen microorganisms can teach us the greatest lessons about resilience and discovery.